Hey, and welcome to the Heartbreakers podcast with your hosts, Elsa Jean and James Mars.
Hello. Okay.
Please keep that in.
Okay, hey guys, we are back. How you doing, Els?
I'm good. I was just yawning.
Oh, wow. Sorry to have you getting out of bed to do this show with me. No big deal. What a bitch. I know I've said it before, but what a bitch.
I know I'm a bitch. I people know that I'm a bitch, and I need to be a bitch because otherwise
You're
I'm
trampled all over.
Yeah, I'm so dainty. Otherwise,
I slipped down a crack.
Yeah, I'll get taken advantage of.
Do you know what I was thinking?
What?
By the way, to start this off, we need a name for our people that listen to the show, right? You know how Sophia has sleuts, which is like sluts, I guess.
Okay.
She calls them sleuts. And then there's like Call Her Daddy has, sorry to reference both of those two girls. Call Her Daddy is Daddy Gang. So I was thinking we could give the name Heartbreakers back to our listeners. And because it's Heartbreakers with Elsa Jean and James Mars, let's have them be the Heartbreakers. Because like we're Elsa Jean and James. There's no mistaking that.
I love it.
But,
and
like,
if they have suggestions too, like you know what I mean? Like let's
So Heartbreakers are our fans of the show.
Love
You guys are our gang. We love you. Heartbreakers.
Hearts.
Exactly.
We're encouraging hearts to be broken. You know, I heard a quote the other day and it said, I had to break my heart to save my soul.
Oh,
Isn't that? But it is nice, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it, like that's a broken heart is so temporary, but losing your soul is not.
No, that's true. Oh my God, you just made up your own quote.
Yeah.
No, seriously though. Could you say it again?
I think it was breaking your heart is temporary, but losing your soul is permanent. Is that what I just said, or is that?
I actually already forget.
I know, I already forget, but you know what I mean.
It was good in the moment.
I heard that, and I was like,
It's
damn,
like
that's so good.
I just saw your article come in for Thistle. So cool. You microdose shrooms for a week?
I do it every day.
I
actually need to get more because I ran out. But I'm such a shroomy.
I love it too. I'm sober now, but like that's the one thing that I wish that I could do in my current program, like was that they would be a bit more lenient with mushrooms, because that to me was like taking a Xanax without all the bad effects.
You don't have any side effects. When I take it, it's not like I'm like, ooh, now I'm high on shrooms and I'm hallucinating. I literally take it's almost like a caffeine pill that I'm taking.
Right.
And like just a mood stabler. What's it called? A
Stabilizer.
mood. Yeah.
Just makes you feel more connected. Like it's like after a meditation, you know how you're like, you can feel each foot firmly planted on the ground, walking forward without all that other noise going on in your head and thinking a million different things at once. I'd imagine people with ADD could take mushrooms and that would make them more focused rather than all over the place.
I think that Adderall. Depression, anxiety, ADHD. I think shrooms, people want to talk about weed. Oh, this helps with this. No, it doesn't. Shrooms does. I'm telling you, get off the weed and get on the shrooms.
Weed has acid THC in it, right? So that's a little, although they're all like, but yeah, shrooms is the way forward. Yes. I love that. So I wanted to talk about our sponsor, by the way, Adult Friend Finder, and I'll get into the plug in a second. I tried masturbating on camera on...
No way! No way!
I did.
No way!
I did. I went on there.
I'm so proud of you because honestly, you're so reserved. Or to me, you seem a little reserved.
Rigid bitch.
No. I understand why. Like, I truly understand why people choose to be celibate and like take time away sexually. Now you're like, might as well do it right now on the podcast.
It's cool.
So
don't watch the video. Yes, it was.
And no face, right?
No, there was. Oh, yeah, no, but it kept slipping back into focus. So here's the problem with the masturbating on camera. One, I found it quite hot. Like I was turned on to see people commenting, and that I think I am a voyeur or like exhibitionist. Right. So like I liked that. The thing I didn't like is that I'm not like I actually feel a little bit better at the moment, but I'm not feeling my shape at the moment and how I look. So it kept like at a certain angle, like I need like a tripod or something at a certain angle. The camera kept slipping down. Then I had to get my face in it. Then I was freaked out. Then I'm losing my boner because I'm freaking out about that. I was just like, there's way too many things I need to, one, just generally be more comfortable with. Like I need to be a bit fitter and how I usually would be, because I was fit for many years and I'm just not loving myself at the moment. Without putting a huge downer on it, I did like that. I'd like to go away and give myself a few weeks to get fitter, and then I get it. Plus
You're
it
gonna
was
go back? Do you think there's
Yeah,
something
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna?
masturbate on camera again. Yeah, I really
So
liked
okay,
it.
so it was a group of people masturbating on camera. Or you were just
You
you
can
and another
see
person.
all of the people masturbating, but then and I think that's how it works. So adultfriendfinder.com, by the way. I was on there and I masturbated, and it's just my screen there, so I can see myself, which is the worst part. But like other people giving me compliments about my dick and like being so
Oh,
nice about it,
nice.
and like that would turn me on. So that was really fun. I think I'll explore that a little bit
I'm so
more.
proud of you because you don't do stuff like that ever. Like this is such a new thing for you. I
I'll
think you
send you
should
the
keep
link.
doing it. Yeah, right? Everybody, if you want to see
You'll be
James
like,
masturbate,
loser, you'll be writing
no,
mean things.
no, absolutely
So
not.
yes.
I have a story though about masturbating just
Yes,
because I need to share
I
it.
need it.
I had to go on a long drive somewhere and I forgot the guy had a really big dick. So
Forgot he had a big
no, I didn't forget he had a big dick, but I forgot I was in a rush and I forgot to I like to pre-lube myself.
Ooh.
So I'll put lube up there a little bit and I use a certain lube that doesn't taste like lube and it actually so like the like a girl gets wet, right? So what it does is you put it up there and it enhances that. It enhances the moisture. So it's really not a lube, it's just like a moisturizer
I like that. It
thing
sounds
because
natural.
it's more natural. It's for people that are trying to get pregnant because lube can actually like do something to the sperm.
Oh,
But I
kills
used
it.
it. Yeah, so I just use it now for just anyway,
Keep
so
yourself moist.
so I'm like, fuck, I forgot to lube myself. And I know I could totally ask for lube during sex, but I just don't like to do that. And
Why? Does it make you feel old and dry?
no, I don't mind. I actually use a lot of
Then why do
lube
you not want
during
the
sex
lube?
because I like the guy to feel like I'm super turned on. This is like, you know what I mean? I want them to feel really special, like they really have me going. And I feel like guys, when I ask for lube, even though it doesn't mean that I'm not turned on, I think it hurts their ego a little bit. So I pre-lube myself.
Okay.
So I forgot to do that. And I'm like, how the fuck am
I
I
love
gonna?
how you
And
make it your
it's
fault. It
huge.
could be their fault for not turning you. Oh
No,
yeah, all
I
right.
am
Oh
turned
yeah,
on.
okay,
I
go.
am turned on, but like I like aggressive sex, so that means that a moisture just
Right.
disappears quickly
Yeah.
for me. So, anyways, I'm like, how do I get around this? And I was like, I gotta FaceTime with somebody and masturbate. And it was the person's personal driver, so I didn't feel like it wasn't like an Uber. So I didn't feel
Did this happen
like
yesterday? Okay.
so I was like, okay, so I'm on there and I'm not masturbating, but I have the guy like really like stroking his dick and stuff like that. So and I could feel myself. I'm like, this is really fucking turning me on right now.
Really?
And
It's a
this is
little
not the guy that I'm
throbbing.
going to go hook up with.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part is I was kind of masturbating with a separate guy. But then I get there and I was all lubed up and the guy was in heaven. He was like, he couldn't even last.
I
And I was
love
so
it.
worked up.
We
But
should
yes,
all have a speed dial to the people that we can get us looped
mhm,
up before we go. I mean,
mhm.
for guys, it's a little different, but
Yeah.
like that to get you in the mood. Because there is something that comes over you as well when you're
Yes.
horny that you can like even your eyes, everything, like the whole pheromones change, like the
Yeah.
droopy eyelid thing. That
Yeah.
did not sound hot.
Droopy eyelid.
Seizures.
So horny.
Oh god. Okay, so let me get into the news. There is a new trend. It is not ghosting anymore when it comes to dating. It is being zombied. So basically someone ghosts you and then they come back around, which you have some
They
experience with. And it's a
always
zombie because
do.
they come back from the dead because they've ghosted you and then they come back. Have you been zombied? Everyone comes back.
Actually, no, I've never really been ghosted. At least I don't think so. Maybe I have been ghosted, but maybe it was
You didn't
mutual, so I didn't
notice.
feel like I didn't notice that I was ghosted. What I have a problem with is men treating me so horribly, and you know this, and they always come back. And I'm like, do not come back. I fucking hate you. Do not come back because I'm going to be resentful and I'm going to do things that I don't want to. No. But so, yes, I
Scary.
guess, zombie-ish, but they always, every single ex I've ever had has come back. Every single one. I've even had guys hook up and be a little bit disrespectful to me after, and I cut them off. Always come
And
back.
because of social media, they can see you most of the time. So, like, every now and then you'll see someone that you've ghosted or being ghosted by.
No,
And then
I know what it is. I leave with my power. And you said this to me the other day. I
Right.
always leave with my
Mhm.
power. I will leave a
Yes.
situation and be the one that was the powerful one. And that's why they come back because they're the
Hmm.
weak ones.
I mean,
Zombies. I hate being zombied.
Yeah. Kill him when
Yeah.
they come back, then you kill him again.
Yes.
If you want to if you want a zombie Elsa Jean, be
Don't
prepared to
think
get
about
killed
it.
again.
Don't think about it. Just don't even
Yeah.
zombie me.
Shut up, Moo Moo. That's my dog, everyone. Moo Moo, she has opinions on this show.
That she's been zombied too.
Yeah. Moo, you are a zombie. Piss off. Next thing is 70% of straight couples break up in the first year of their relationship. These are the new reports out. Once they reach the 5-year milestone, the breakup rate drops to 20%. Men take so what do you think about that?
I thought it was, my mom always taught, this is so crazy, but my mom would always tell me after 7 years. So if you can make it to 7 years, you're most likely going to stay with that person. That's what.
Well, then you get that. No, but there's a 7-year itch. Most people at 7 years get an itch to either. Also, maybe if they can get through the 7-year itch, then they stay together. But that's supposed to be the real test. Well, in the old days anyway, was that if you
maybe that's what she told me.
Years,
I always thought that once you got to 7 years, you're most likely gonna stay together. You know, I've never been in a long-term relationship. I've only lasted max a year and a half. That's my longest relationship.
No way.
You didn't know that?
Oh my god.
Maybe close to 2 years, but no. Year and a half. I never made it past a year and a half.
Oh geez, what are we
I mean,
even
duh.
doing
I've
here?
how many boyfriends have I had since you've known me? And
Even
you
in the
haven't known me that
marriages, the
long.
marriages were shorter than that.
Shorter.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, next topic of the news is men take an average of 88 days to tell their partner they love them. That's 3 months. Whereas women take 4.5 months to say that they love you. So men are actually saying I love you before the women do.
Absolutely, they
Is that
do.
to trap the women?
Yes, I have never said I love you first. I've
Mhm.
never said I love you first, and
would've thought-
I've had guys the second time I met them or met up with them tell me they love me.
Shit.
I hooked up with a guy in Vegas, or not Vegas, in Miami. Remember we went for Playboy's big bunny party? And I had been texting with him a little bit, and I kept seeing him at events. So I was like, I might as well just fuck him. He was a little bit crazy guy. And
what was his name?
Adam. That was his name. Adam. Okay,
no,
so I'm fucking him, and you know, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he goes, "I love you," and I was like,
"Oh, way to
I had
kill
to kick
a lady!"
him out. I had to kick him out. I said, "No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's it.
Get
Why you
out.
got to ruin this for us?
Get
Oh
out."
god! What's the fastest you've ever said "I love you"?
I still, what I'm bad about is when somebody tells that, not that time, but if I'm seeing somebody and they tell me quick, I will say it back, even if I don't feel like it's the right thing to do.
You'll say it back.
Yeah, I will, because I feel cornered.
Yeah.
I feel so cornered.
What's going to happen if you don't really mean it? You're going to burn up in hell. I mean, come on, you're just saying it to be polite back to them, right?
God, I'm having PTSD. My third husband told me he loved me right away. And it was just, I remember feeling like sick about it. Like, why is this person telling me they love me this quick?
You know, I've been someone that's done that before and said it too quickly, but it's usually like in the heat of the moment. Yeah, always. But you know what? Thinking about that now, I think it's kind of cringe.
How do you do that? Like, that's for me, saying I love you first would be such a huge step for me. Like, that sounds so crazy.
No, I always do.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I say it before I mean it too. Because I get caught up
so
in...
you're a love bomber.
But I romanticize how I think it should go in my head, that like, it's just like, I find it a turn on. So that's why I'm like...
Do you say it through text?
Do you know what? I think my kink is pretending to be in love with each other.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. Like, we're in love and this is like such a fast romantic thing.
Be careful with that. I got into a really toxic relationship by role playing love. It was a thing at the very beginning.
Role playing love.
Like, it was, I know. It was literally role play. And we would get in the car together and we'd be like, should we tell each other we love each other tonight? And like, we would do it during sex and everything. It was so
hot. Should we tell each other? Imagine it was so sick now that we're like, let's pretend that we love each other and like that someone in this world actually loves us.
Yeah.
And oh my God. Okay, so there's this one thing that's kind of a joke, but like, I read this India Times thing that was like advising people on how to text people back who have been ignoring you. Here were some of the examples. Okay, so here's the text to send. Okay, are you all right? Is one of them.
No.
Another one
I'm
is
gonna say yes or no if you should do
so
it.
this is a person that's ghosted you, and you're supposed to be like, "I'm here for you whenever you want to
No.
talk." Another one, "I'm sad that we aren't talking right
No.
now. So this happened today, ... And I'm
No.
sorry and I respect your space." That one's okay.
No.
Can you
If
believe it?
someone is
Who
ghosting you, do not
text them
not text them ever first.
Oh my God.
For
There
no
was-
reason.
I mean-
For no reason. Because you're going to annoy them. They're ghosting you for a reason. They don't want to talk to you. Do not text, "Are you okay?" Do not, none of it. I'm
So
giving that a
cringe.
negative rating
Yeah.
for things.
All right.
A therapist said that? Or
Yeah, a therapist on the India Times, but like still, like these
No,
people
what
are
do you
advising.
think?
That's the worst advice I've ever heard. That's why I had to put it in as a joke, because I'm like, even if I did want to text you back and something weird had happened where I hadn't been able to get to my phone, I'd be like, "Why are you texting me? I'm here whenever you want to talk. I'm sad that we aren't talking right now." Like, oh my God, are you all right?
Is
Yes,
this
it's been a
people
day.
that have been ghosted after like a year of being with someone or like a long time? Because
True,
those
we need
make
more
sense.
context. Yeah,
But if this is like you've just hooked up with them or
yeah.
you're so fresh,
Well, I'm sorry
don't.
and I respect your space. For what?
Yeah. You could say, "I respect your space and I want you to know that."
Yeah, but you don't even need to tell them. This person has ghosted you.
No,
It's
yeah.
over. Let me get on to the questions. Okay, so my boyfriend is asking me for an open relationship after 6 years and I'm dreading it. I want to tell him not to, but I'm worried I'll lose him if I don't try. What do you think they should do? I think they should do it. I think she should try. I think that it's one way to not break up, because we just said that you get a 7-year itch. They've been together for 6 years.
I think
Kind of gut-wrenching, though, to have your partner
I think
tell you
that's
all of
so
a sudden.
sad to hear, being with someone for that long, and that's so scary to really think about, being with someone so long and then them wanting an open relationship. But at least that person was honest about wanting to be in an
Yes,
open
rather than just-
relationship. So I think that you should actually, if it's comfortable for you, definitely try. But if it's not, then just get doing things that you're not comfortable with to keep a relationship never ends well.
But there is something to be said for that
It's
person.
called being resentful. You will resent
Right.
somebody for doing something that you don't want to do.
What if you try it and it
And you
doesn't
like
work
it.
out, and then you go back? No, but
Mhm.
or you say, "I didn't like that. Let's not do it again." Because
What if
here's
he
the
says,
thing:
"I
they've been
have
together
to
for
do it"?
6 years, and this is a different world that we live in now. So, like, what if he's like, "Can we please try it in order to save out?" Like, because if he didn't love this person, then he wouldn't even suggest it. He would just go and do it. He's trying to include them in my 7-year
I think they
itch
should start
thing.
off with having threesomes and very strict
Yeah,
boundaries
not
when it
an
comes.
open relationship,
Well, an
right?
open relationship means they both are dating separate people.
Yeah,
That's
no,
technically,
that's way too much.
yeah.
That's gut-wrenching. That just break up.
So, right. So I think that they should start, yeah, absolutely start with threesomes. And then maybe she might be like, fuck it, I might want to start sleeping with other people too. And it might
Yeah.
work out.
And then if you don't like it, say, "Let's go back and not do that again."
Or
And,
let's
and
break
if they
up.
can't do that, then break up. Yeah.
And then just start to
exactly.
heal.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Maybe it's
start to
like
heal.
that's the process on the way out.
Oh, that's so sad.
I know. Okay, next one. My boyfriend's friends are all female. He's even going to a bachelor party with them to Vegas. Makes me uncomfortable because he slept with one of them before in high school. He does really have no guy friends, and he says he just gets along with women better, but I can't help but feel jealous. How can I stop these feelings of insecurity?
It is on him to walk her through security, because he's the reason that
like
she
that.
feels insecure. So it's on him to walk her through the path of feeling secure.
I think that that's the best answer that you can give. He's got to go out of his way to make her feel
secure.
But what if she's not, though?
I don't know. Having a significant other who all female friends, the problem is females can be very malicious and very jealous, even if they don't find that person attractive. It is just how females can be. So I could see how she could feel insecure, because you don't know them and you're not friends with them, so you don't know where their feelings are
I
with
want to
him.
normalize guys having girlfriends, though.
Absolutely.
Because, like, I think
It's
that's a really nice,
important.
sensitive man. And you know how people are always saying douchey guys and it's toxic masculinity, all this shit, and then they don't want guys to have girlfriends. Like, guys can, I think, contrary to popular belief, and I am a gay guy, so if you want to get at me in the comment section and say you don't know what you're talking about, that's fine. But I think that if I was straight and with a guy, I'd want him to have girlfriends that I knew that he doesn't have to sleep with, and he is friends with them. That to me shows true character, and it's really nice.
Can he invite her to the bachelor party so she comes and she feels more secure? I mean, why not bring his girlfriend if they're all girls? Why is she being left out of the
'cause then it's
bachelor
like a
party?
couple thing with singles. Like, what if they're all single and they're just trying to have a good time, and then he has to bring
Well,
his
then that's a
like,
problem.
mm,
Because if you're gonna choose to be in a relationship, then you can't be going to Vegas and getting fucked up and acting single. Who's in a
that's
relationship?
true. But does she have to go though?
I think she does have to go I think it's his job to make her feel secure. So this time she does have to go, and then the
Right.
next time she'll feel secure enough to let him go.
Mhm. Alright, we'll take her along.
But I think that he should definitely keep his female friends for sure.
Now, this one might lean into what we were talking about earlier. Is it possible to squirt if your vagina doesn't get as moist as others?
I am a strong believer in squirt is not a real thing, so I am not one to ask.
No, tell me.
I
What?
don't believe that it's.
Squirting is not a
I
real
think.
thing? But I've seen
Listen,
it on
there's if
porn.
I know
What do? They put something
pee.
in there? Oh, it's pee.
You drink and let me tell you what people do in porn. They drink constant water on set. They're drinking constant water so it comes out clear. Tell me why you need it to come out clear if it's squirt. It's supposed to already be clear. Everybody has this whole thing about like, oh,
Wow.
squirt has pee in it. It's been tested. It has pee in it. There is no
So it's
gland in the
just
bladder that
what?
there's no gland in the bladder that also lubricate, you know what I mean? That lubricates like a male's prostate that shoots out, right?
Mhm.
There's no gland in there like that. I've done my research on it. I don't believe that squirt's a real thing, and I know people are gonna really argue me. I think that you can come so hard you lose control and pee.
Wow, this is such a good bit of information to have for so many guys out there, or bad, but I feel like, wow.
I mean, I'm into some crazy stuff, so I don't
Mhm.
mind peeing during
Yeah,
sex.
you
Like,
prefer it.
I prefer it. I pee, please. Every single time we have sex, one of us pee. Please pee.
Yeah, pee the bed.
Yeah.
It's
But I don't believe. I think
not
this
good
whole
sex unless you gotta
ridiculous.
clean the sheets after.
Yeah, Lenore's cleaning my sheets
Oh
right
my
now. I'm just
god.
kidding.
All right, that's all the time we have today. Our sponsor, Friend Finder, adultfriendfinder.com.
Get on there and masturbate.
Yes, and have a look out for my profile. You might just get
Yes.
a surprise. Don't look for it. I am not going. I'm gonna have to change my
I'm
name
so happy
on
you
there
did
now.
that.
Oh
It's
my
such like
god.
a step for you. It's such a step.
Yay, thank you. Elsa Jean approves. All right, have a good one, guys.